Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about this, but what we're going to do right now is we're going to go do some research about the Pilgrims, Puritans, and the colonists, and we're going to try to find out where they came from, when did they leave, reasons that they left their country, okay, how did they get here, where did they arrive, and then any interesting facts that you might find as you're reading and researching, okay? And to research, we're going to use Trackstar. And you guys kind of use Trackstar already, so this is the number that I want you to search on Trackstar, okay? And remember that when you go on Trackstar, you go on View in Frames, okay? And so I'm going to want you to write the answers to the questions on this paper, and we're going to use this paper after to fill in the grid here for each group, okay? And you're going to work in a group to do this part. But right now, you're going to work individually, try to find out this information, and then once you get it, I'm going to give you about 20, 25 minutes to work on this, okay? And then we'll get together, we'll fill it in as a group, and then you're going to come up and present what you found, okay? And then we're going to talk a little bit about prosperity, reasons that people are coming to America, and I'll talk about the word immigration, okay? Somebody repeat what you have to do. Tell me. Eddie.
We have to search on the colonists, Puritans, and Pilgrims. All the stuff on the poster that, and our group has to decide which ones we're gonna use, and then we're gonna use all that information on the poster, and then we'll present.
Then you're gonna present. Very nice. Okay. So, Nora's group, can you go get a computer, please? Huh? They work, yeah. Okay, as you're looking, as you're researching, I want you to think about what similarities do you have with these groups. Like, if you find out that, for example, Octavio's has a similarity with one of the groups, at least, because his family left for religious freedom, right? Mm-hmm. So be thinking and making those connections as you are researching. Okay, I need you to shut down the computers and please put them away. Quickly, quickly. We only got we got about 20, 25 minutes left, so I'm going to need you to work a little quick here. What we're going to do now is you all got the information. Now we're going to start filling in the grid. So fill in the information. I'm going to give you 5 to 10 minutes to fill in the information as a group. So remember what we said, when we work in a group, we need to be efficient. We need to divide and conquer and share the job so that we work and we finish quicker. So again, you're going to fill in the grid. After you fill in the grid, then you can start filling out your double bubble. Okay, if I did not give you a double bubble map, you're going to have to draw your own, and you get a paper and draw your own. But basically what you're going to do on one, Alejandro, on one you're going to put your name. On the other you're going to pick one of the groups, okay? And you're going to put the differences on the outside. What's different about you guys? And in the middle, what is the same? So for example, my family, I know that my dad came over for a better life, for prosperity. Okay? Which group came over for prosperity? From the colonists, right? Colonists were looking for prosperity. So that's one thing we have in common. Okay? But the colonists came on a boat or overseas, and my dad came in a car. Okay? Okay? My dad arrived in California. Where did the colonists arrive? Virginia, and one of the 13 colonies. One of the original 13 colonies. Okay, yes. Okay. So, Do you understand what you have to do? Yes. Okay. So then after that, I'm going to make a sentence. Can somebody share a contrast sentence? Somebody come up with a contrast sentence using my example up here. Nora, come up with a sentence.
In contrast to the Rubio family, the colonists arrived in Virginia when the Rubio family arrived in California.
That would be a sentence. Can somebody share a similar sentence or something they have in common? Lucero?
As Maestro Rubio's family, the colonists came, and as Maestro Rubio's family came here,
Looking for?
searching for prosperity.
Searching for prosperity. So did the colonists. So just as Maestro Rubio's family came to America in search of prosperity, the colonists did also. Something like that. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to fill in the grid, and then you're going to start filling in your double bubble and write at least two sentences. One contrast and one similar. Okay? Or in common. Any questions? I'm going to give you about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, because I want to have the discussion at the end. Okay? Go.
Okay, so wait a minute. Wait, you have to country. Wait a minute. Do you have your thing? That is a possibility.
Put it over there. All right, guys. I need that group over there. That's okay. We're running out of time, so we'll finish later. We will finish later. Okay. Hey, you will have a chance to finish later, but what I wanna get to right now is I want to hear some of your sentences. Hopefully some of you got a chance to do your double bubble map and write at least two sentences, or find a contrast, something you have different from one of the groups, and something your family has similar with one of the groups. Okay? You don't have to have it written down if you want to just share it, because you know what you have in common with them, or you know what you have difference. You can raise your hand and share it. Okay? But as we look at some of these groups, can somebody from this group please tell me about the Pilgrims?